Up next, we have a very exciting session. Everyone, please allow me to introduce this remarkable individual and distinguished entrepreneur. I have with me Mr. Adel B. He is a CEO and founder, a corporate speaker, a podcast host, and a YouTuber who's affiliated with Traders Brawl. His work experience in the crypto assets industry was derived from working for the UK regulator, the Financial Conduct Authority. Today, he is here to speak about why the future of ownership is via NFTs. Everyone, please join me in welcoming Mr. Adel on stage with a huge, resounding round of applause.
Hello and welcome. Thank you all for being here today. My name is Adel. Today, I'm going to be talking about why the future of ownership is NFTs. There's been a lot going on in this space for some time now. I've been in Dubai for 1 year now. I just got back from Malaysia. Oh, thank you so much. Green, yeah? Right here. And I've been doing this for some time. I think I'll start off with some introductions. And let's see if this works. Oh, it does work. It's not going to fail me today. Great. So today we're going to get through a few items about why the future of ownership is NFTs. And I'm going to talk about who am I firstly, what is an NFT, what are some NFT examples that you've seen, what are some use cases in real life that you can apply, some challenges and considerations, and why I think there is a promising future to consider, if not necessarily guaranteed, just to consider about NFTs being revolutionary for why we own things and how we own things on the blockchain. So before I get to that, who am I? I am an affiliate marketer. I have my own podcast. I travel to different conferences. I deliver speeches, keynotes like these. Great to see a great crowd. So yeah, really happy to be here at the Crypto Expo, and massive shout out to them because I'm a media partner with them as well, Traders Brawl, my company. And I've been doing this for some time, so I'll go through my professional experience. I did work for the FCA. Any people from London, UK? No, a few? Okay. You might hate me because I used to work for the regulator, which is the equivalent of the SEC, the Securities Exchange, and I would be the police of all the crypto exchanges. So you guys would hate me. But I got all my knowledge from there. I learned how business models work in the exchanges, how crypto works, what decentralized means, and I had a lot of power to accept or reject applications that would come in. That gave me great knowledge, and then I worked for a company called Shares, which is like an equivalent to eToro. Anyone use eToro? eToro trading platform? Yep, okay. Yeah, I use a bit of eToro well, but Shares is like a fun way of sharing your experience with trading. So that was like a competition. Then I worked for a DAO. Does anyone know what a DAO is? Decentralized Autonomous Organization. It's a different kind of structure. They say it's decentralized. Nothing is really 100% decentralized. But I worked for a company here based in Dubai called ArtsDAO, and they are an NFT, great community. They do festivals in Dubai, Web3 festivals. I don't know if you've ever been to one, but that's what they're doing. And then I worked for an exchange called xt.com. Crypto-based, also based here in Dubai. And then with all this knowledge, I then formed my own brand called Traders Brawl. And why the name Traders Brawl? Well, because if you look at a trading chart, you'll see green and red, and you'll see that they're always battling against each other, right? So brawl means fight. So traders are brawling. It's a battle of the bears and the bulls. So there we are. So I'm on YouTube as well. I've done a few of these podcasts. I've interviewed so many people about, on the left side, you'll see why CBDC might kill financial freedom, blockchain in the airline industry, empowering women with blockchain, if you believe it or not, we can do that, and using in coffee industry especially as well. And I've got the first episode with my co-founder back then. And then I also do meetups as well, so not just one-to-one podcasts, but also in real life meetups. So I'm a community builder. Oh yeah, that's enough. I do speeches, I speak. Okay, enough about me. Oh, I've met a few celebrities, I suppose, a few people in the industry. Okay, so let's get to it. What is an NFT? Right. So an NFT is essentially just a digital certificate on the blockchain. It cannot be exchanged for anything else. So non-fungible means it cannot be exchanged. It's unique, and it's stored on the blockchain, which is untamperable. That's why it's not interchangeable, and it cannot be replaced by another. And it can also be used to represent ownership of anything, like art, music, a tweet, your passport, a more real-life example of your passport, which is unique. Some key traits about NFTs. So, unlike cryptocurrencies, like I said just now, they cannot be replicated or exchanged. So the scarcity of the uniqueness of, let's say, only 8,000 NFTs in the whole world. There's only 8,000 of them. It's like the same thing as saying there's only 8,000 or 5,000 Lamborghinis in the whole world, right? That makes it exclusive. If you own a Lamborghini, that's 1 out of 5,000. That makes it valuable. Same with the NFT concept. There's increased transparency because it's on the blockchain, which creates an open and tamper-proof ledger, which means nobody can, it makes it easier to buy, sell, and trade unique assets, but nobody can tamper it because it's on the blockchain. And it also offers the potential for fractional ownership. We're going to get into some real-life use cases of NFTs, but you can own a fraction of something that you wouldn't have been able to afford without the use of NFTs. So what are some notable NFT examples? Let's get it straight to it. So see, these are some examples that have been prominent, that have gained great popularity in the last, I'd say, 5 years. So Beeple, CryptoPunks, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Mutant Ape Yacht Club. The Beeple sold for almost 70 million, just an NFT, almost 70 million. And this was the major auction household that really legitimized the NFT market. It really set the tone. It shows that there are buyers out there willing to pay this price, willing to invest into the future. Maybe they're investing into the blockchain technology, maybe not so much the NFT itself, but they believe in the technology being revolutionizing the future and the way we own things. CryptoPunks, they have a collection of 10,000. There's only 10,000 of these. So if you own one of them, you own 1 out of 10,000. That makes it unique. You join the public, the sort of exclusive club of a CryptoPunk owner. And it can sell for about 23 million. So it's a way some celebrities, like in the Bored Ape Yacht Club, have used it to their advantage, to their brand building advantage, by just saying, I'm part of the club, I'm part of the posh exclusive club. And some people use it for brand building, just to flex, nothing more. Same with Bored Ape Yacht Club. There's only 10,000 in circulation. And it goes back to store of value, if you think about it, because Bitcoin only has 21 million in the whole, it will be 21 million in circulation. So eventually, when all of that is finished and no more mining is done, you owning something like that, being deflationary, means you can't just print Bitcoin, you can't just print NFTs. It's a store of value. So what are some NFT use cases in real life? Those ones were not really use cases. The real use cases are in supply management, supply chain management. So Walmart is using NFTs to track all of their items in the supply chain industry. It's helping them to reduce costs, and it's helping them to automate this process using the blockchain. Event tickets, so ticketing. Ticketing is a very common one because each ticket is unique to your name. Your name is your passport, your date of birth. It's unique. So the key term, non-fungible, would work perfectly in this sense because it's unique to your name, your date of birth, your everything, your information. And a band called Kings of Leon, if you listen to rock, Kings of Leon, they're using NFTs on the blockchain and selling it to their fans. So that's quite cool. And then, of course, real estate. This is the more degen side of things. Buying virtual assets on the real estate beats me, but Snoop Dogg purchased a virtual plot of land for about almost $500,000 back in December, not too long ago, 2021. So it can represent virtual ownership inside the metaverse, but also we're seeing NFTs and blockchain being applied in the real estate through fractional ownership of real estate. Like, who here is an accredited investor? You come out of university, you're in debt. How are you going to afford housing? Right? It's not the same generation as our parents anymore. But now with NFTs, through fractional ownership, you can own a fraction of the house, which wouldn't have been possible before. So there's a use case for real estate. And then also, in a real estate transaction, you have buyer, seller. Normally, you have an agent. The agent takes a commission. We love agents, don't we? But now with NFTs, there's no agent. You can handshake. You can exchange the title of deeds and sell the house by just converting the house into an NFT firstly, and then exchange. The handshake can happen between a buyer and seller without the agent. So the use case here, the key takeaway, right, is not the Bored Ape, not the Beeple, the CryptoPunk. It's cutting out the intermediary. That is the point I want everyone to get across here, if there's one takeaway for today. I wanted to play this video because I want to just show a quick trailer. It's only 1 minute. Can we play this? Can we play the video, by the way? Because I want to show how my guest explains how NFTs can be applied in the blockchain industry. Sorry, in the airline industry, that's it. Airlines are using NFTs. So let's just play this one clip with the sound. If you can turn it up. A bit louder, please, for the audience. Louder? No? OK. I just want to show this right here. He's explaining that there's a company called TravelX that allow you to buy your ticket, your boarding pass, and your boarding pass can be an NFT. OK, that's enough. You can stop the video now. You can stop it. You can stop it. All right, sorry for the delay. But yeah, TravelX, look it up on Google, Google TravelX. They are allowing you to buy boarding passes as NFTs, and your boarding pass can be sold if you no longer want to use your ticket anymore. You can't do that right now. If you buy a boarding pass, that's on you. You can't sell your boarding pass. It doesn't work. It's your name and everything. But the way it would work is if you want to sell it to a friend or a peer, they would have to meet the conditions. They would have to have their visa and everything checked. Make sure they meet all the conditions, and then you can sell your boarding pass to your peers. This wouldn't have been possible without NFTs. OK, some challenges and considerations. OK, so we need to talk a little bit about the environmental impact as well, because it costs a lot of energy, mining included, but also energy consumption leads to high bills as well. So there's some concerns about this, but enthusiasts do believe that as the technology continues to improve, there will be alternative models that can mitigate these impacts. We're using Polygon. Initially, Ethereum had high gas fees, but with the advent of Polygon, gas fees are much lower, including Tron, TRX. I use that to transact with my peers. So you can see as it starts out as expensive, but as technology develops, we'll find ways to cut the cost down. Same applies with energy consumption. Now, copyright concerns. There are lots of copyright concerns because with the advent of AI, being able to replicate your voice, your face, your movement, your everything, it's even hard to tell what's real and what's not anymore. So how can you tell that the NFT you bought or you're selling or you're promoting isn't just an art-generated one from a website? So there are some copyright concerns that has led to some disputes and conflicts, scams, of course. But transparent ledgers and smart contracts are the way to show that this is a real record on the system. It's on record that I minted this NFT and it's real. You just have to prove it, just like you would prove a transaction on Etherscan. Same way here. And then volatile market and adoption, right? I have to be honest, I'm not totally in the NFT. I'm not fully inside there. I talk about it, I interview guests on it, but I'm still holding, taking my time. Adoption will take time. TravelX, for example, the one I just mentioned about airline industry, it took time before they launched. Other ticketing systems will also do the same. There are only a few examples I can point to right now, but as time progresses, we can see a future of NFTs being the future of ownership, because it's much more safe, it's safer, it's more secure, it's untamperable, and it can be proven on the blockchain. A little bit of a timeline industry. So art and collectibles is how it started out. It provided an opportunity for collectors and institutions to show and trade virtual assets. It's very difficult to prove that you own something, but with an NFT, it's there forever. And NFTs don't sleep because 24 hours, the internet is 24 hours. Music and entertainment. Certain artists are actually selling their music, not through Spotify, but through directly peer-to-peer, through the advent of NFTs. As well as gaming and virtual real estate, which I just mentioned just now about Sandbox and Decentraland. And yeah, so the promising future of NFTs. We see new forms of collaboration and innovation, crowdfunding, stock ownership, a digital identity, a digital avatar. These are some really good future concepts that we can apply here. Growth and development, it's going to drive growth. I believe it's going to drive growth from finance to care to anything in this industry. There's a lot of economic development that can be used, NFTs. And a new paradigm of ownership, right? Ultimately, like the rise of NFTs, right, is about ownership. You can tokenize anything on the blockchain and say, this is mine. I came to this event. Right now, I'm holding a physical badge, but if I wanted to make this an NFT to show that I proved that I was actually here, I could do that by putting it on the blockchain, and I can attach images to it. It's a smart contract base. You can make conditions. You can do whatever you want with it, and it's there forever. Conclusion. So to arrive at the conclusion, we see groundbreaking innovation, new possibilities, and a promising future. Remember, just to summarize, an NFT is just a digital certificate. That's all it is. It doesn't mean the degen side of things like the Bored Ape Yacht Club, the Mutant Ape, the Beeple, all these cartoon characters. Don't look at that. That's not where the value is. The value is ownership. And that should be it, I believe. I want to say thank you for listening to me. I hope this was insightful. I hope I departed some wisdom to some degree. The key takeaway is the removal of intermediaries, the removal of costs involved. And if anyone here is interested in getting on my podcast, you have a business, you have an idea, you have a project, reach out to me. I'm available. I live in Dubai. I'm based here. If anybody here is interested in co-hosting an event with me as well, I can have you as my guest. We interview you. We have an audience like this. Come and speak to me after this as well. I do community building workshops as well. And yeah, feel free to connect with me. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you.